My title of my presentation, Tannin from Moroccan acacia barks, natural adhesive for wood. First of all, I want to thank organizing committee for this event, which is a great celebration of wood. Of course, wood is good, but to enhance and preserve wood need some glue. During the transformation of wood requires enormous amount of petrochemical-based adhesive, as 2.14 to 16% of the total cost is the glue. Natural adhesive, mainly from renewable resource forestry byproducts. And the tannin are extracted mainly from the bark of various species. The most employed in the manufacture for adhesive for wood are from acacia bark. Quebracho, radiata, pine. Donc, the goal of this work consists of, first of all, to give an overview on the conventional adhesive, and second, to evaluate the adhesive potential in preparation containing formulated tannin or auto-condensed tannin used in the manufacture for various wood applications. Conventional wood adhesive. Traditional wood adhesive are well adapted for the wood processing industry due to their performance, minimum bending time, good water resistance. This traditional wood adhesive must be used urea formaldehyde, melamine formaldehyde, phenol formaldehyde, and resin polyisocyanate, and there is many others adhesive based formaldehyde. The first one, urea formaldehyde, is the most used as adhesive for wood. This synthesis reaction between urea and formaldehyde in alkaline medium. I show you the reaction just to show you how it occurs, the reaction when we mix formaldehyde with urea. We began by deprotonation of urea and the other carbocation, and lead to the formation of the unit, the first unit, and so on, until building a three-dimensional polymer. This adhesive have a gel time which decreases from 250 seconds in acidity in pH 4, medium to 25 seconds in alkaline medium, in a pH between 8 and 9. It has an advantage to be water soluble prior to occur, have a good thermal stability, and be inexpensive compared to other adhesives. The disadvantage, it is low resistance against hydrolysis because the bonds say and nitrogen, it is easy to separate. And the last one, it is highly emission of formaldehyde. The second one, the same reaction, melamine formaldehyde, have the similar characteristics to those of area formaldehyde resin because they are all parts of the amino type adhesive. But this is good water resistance, and they cure over a wide range of pH. Lower formaldehyde emission, it is more durable than urea formaldehyde. It is relatively more expensive than urea formaldehyde. So, because of its high costs, many manufacturers tend to use melamine urea formaldehyde by adding small salt of melamine, which lead to the formation of melamine urea formaldehyde, which has the better technical and environmental performance. It has a good resistance to hydrolysis, have a wide field of large viscosity, pH value between 7 and 9. Gel time between 100, it depends on the pH, between 100 and 300 seconds. Another one, phenol formaldehyde, also it's most used. This has an advantage to be non-conductive, heat resistance, good water resistance, without formaldehyde emission, moderately inexpensive. This disadvantage, it's formaldehyde, of course, distinctive brown color, much more expensive than urea formaldehyde, need a higher temperature and longer cure time than urea and formaldehyde. So we have to use the natural adhesive. The use of conventional adhesive presents an economic and environmental inconvenience because they are synthetic products coming from petrol, because their high formaldehyde emission. As you know, formaldehyde is toxic and be harmful for the human being health. So we must shift to the natural adhesive. Alors, to the natural adhesive, it is made from tannin. In Morocco, acacia are well adapted to unfavorable environmental conditions, including arid and semi-arid conditions. They grow in the desert of the southern country in the form of tree, less than 10 trees per hectare. However, they play a huge ecological and socio-economic role in the region through the production of wood, tannin, gum, coal, and it are used for other household uses. The native species in Morocco are found in the semi-desert regions and are represented by 4 distinct species: the Altorni, the Acacia tortilis, the Ehrenbergia, and the Albida. Other species were introduced in Morocco. Here I show you some various kinds of acacia. We got in this picture Acacia gomifera, used as a source of firewood, coal, and produce an abundant gum consumed locally. The second one, native in Morocco, is tortilis, are found in dry region of the North Africa. It's a tree who can grow up to 18 meters with fruit-shaped pods and they contain up to 10 seeds. Another, Ehrenbergia, it is a tree of 4 meters higher, branched from the base and considered as a source of tannin. The last one, Albida, it is a tree that can have 10 to 20 high with white or gray bark, provide timber and firewood. All these acacia are native for Morocco. The last one is introduced in Morocco. It's the Acacia mollissima wild. It is introduced, it is native from Austria. It introduced since 1924. It is among the richest kind of acacia tannin. How to extract tannin from the bark? Acacia, extraction tannin from Acacia mollissima bark. 3 different ways are used to extract tannin from bark of acacia: maceration, infusion, and decoction. But to extract the condensed tannin in the Acacia mollissima, the most adapted method in our case is the maceration in methanol medium, 18%, and water, 20%, and at an ambient temperature to not degrade tannin. On the bark of Acacia mollissima, the concentration of tannin could be 25% to 40% in 18% methanol, 20% water. This content can vary depending on the thickness of the bark, the age of the tree, and the average annual precipitation acacia of mollissima. Evaluation of reactivity of the tannin. After analysis total tannin, flavonoid, and condensed tannin by spectro UV, we calculate the number CNC, which condensed tannin mass over the total extractive, and average value of STANCI is about 19% for Acacia mollissima, which is very superior to the limit value proposed by Stacy for the tannin, which is 65%, to be considered reactive and can be constituent value as an adhesive. This result was confirmed by several authors, and there is no significance between Brazilian acacia tannin and Moroccan acacia tannin. Indeed, the condensed tannin from Acacia mollissima have a basic character which allow rapid reaction with the aldehyde carbocation. Therefore, this tannin may be used in formulation of adhesive and can give good performance adhesive. I go directly to the adhesive-based tannin. Alors, condensed tannin constituted flavonoid units are much more interesting in adhesive. Adhesive-based tannin can be obtained according to the following three types of formulation. We call it the hybrid adhesive. We can formulate tannin with formaldehyde, with glyoxal, with hexamine, and just only by autocondensation. And the last one, we can formulate tannin and with lignin. Alors, adhesive-based tannin formulated with formaldehyde showed the reaction. It's in alkaline medium. We create a nucleophile which attack the carbocation of aldehyde, and they lead to the formation of polymer and so on until the build of three-dimensional formaldehyde. This adhesive can have a gel time of 25 seconds in a pH between 8 and 9. Adhesive with glyoxal, the same reaction. The gel time is about 75 and 50 seconds in pH 8 and 9, and toxic high emission of formaldehyde. The last one, based formulate, tannin formulated with hexamine. It is not toxic, free formaldehyde emission, environmentally friendly, inexpensive, industrially and economically competitive. The last is the autocondensed tannin without formulated with compounds coming from petrol. The adhesive-based autocondensed tannin, it can be occur in alkali medium, which breaking of the band between C4 and C8 and lead to the carbocation which attack another phenol and so on, give a three-dimensional polymer. Autocondensed hydrolysis in acidic medium, it's take in strong acid medium. Tannin reacts in two ways. First, by degradation and by autocondensation, by degrade the tannin or by the degradation, it depends on the pH. The tannin formulated with lignin. Unfortunately, it is not possible to have reaction between lignin and tannin without hardener. So we must activate tannin. To reactivate tannin, it's required adding hexamine, and lignin is required adding glyoxal. And the mixed glue 15 by white of tannin hexamine and lignin glyoxal have a better performance. Indeed, when on mimosa tanna are reactivated by adding a hardener. They have tendency to agglomerate instead of reaction with the hardener. There I show you some samples of glue. In conclusion, despite the price of the tanna, the main reason to shift to the natural adhesive, its impact on the human health during processing of food or after use. So, hybrid adhesive can be more economically advantageous compared with some conventional adhesive. They can be used for the same application as adhesive-based synthetic compounds such as area, formaldehyde, melamine, etc. Tanna from the acacia monoshima barks has a great potential for use as adhesive. Paraformaldehyde is the best hardened formulissima tanna which proven in the internal bending testing from 0.392 megapascal following by the examine and finally by glioxal. Thank you for your attention.